5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning. Welcome to The Takeover. I'm your host, Khisha Brij'on, along with the King of LA Sports, Richard Lopez. And if you are in need of your daily dose of sports, we are here to feed your addiction. How are you doing this morning, Rich?
I'm very good. Thank you for asking.
You're more than welcome. The
All
King of
right.
LA is raining today.
Yeah, it's raining, but it's all right. It's we had some nice hot days earlier this week. Now we can deal with the rain. It's all right. Just part of living in Cali. Wouldn't change it for the world.
Okay. Me either. Let's jump right into it. We had a boxing match between Floyd Mayweather and Robert Guerrero on May the 4th. And Mayweather actually won that fight in a 12-round unanimous decision. What were your thoughts on the fight?
Well, going into the fight, when I first heard it, I thought, Mayweather is going to walk through this guy. But as the boxing hype machine usually does, they start playing these all-access shows and take you inside the lives of the fighters. So I was watching it, and as I watched it, Robert Guerrero, to me, started having more of a chance. But in reality, he had no chance at all.
Right.
I just fell for all the hype. But Mayweather dominated all 12 rounds. I think they said maybe Guerrero could have one of them, but I didn't think so. From what I watched, Mayweather completely dominated. Guerrero kept coming forward, and Mayweather just kept stopping him in his tracks with his right hand. As a matter of fact, I think in round 5, Mayweather said he broke his right hand.
I remember hearing him say that.
Yeah, he broke his right hand, and he said he was still going for the knockout. So,
well, from what I've heard, they said that actually may have helped him because it put him more on the defense as opposed to the attacking, and that helped him win the fight. What would you say to that?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Mayweather has been saying that his last few fights he had taken unnecessary punishment that he shouldn't have taken, and his dad was also the one that told him that. So for this fight, the dad told him he wanted to be in his corner because the whole point of boxing is not to get hit. Right. You'll have a longer career if you don't get hit.
Right.
And the dad was very upset because he wasn't training him these last few fights because Mayweather was getting hit. And as you can tell if you watch the fight, Mayweather barely got hit this fight. So it seemed having the combination of his dad and his uncle in the same corner together is a deadly combination, which I couldn't understand at first. I mean, these guys are probably 2 of the top 5 boxing trainers in the world. And if they could work together for this one common goal, I don't see anyone beating Mayweather.
Really?
To be honest, I mean, it's pretty amazing what he's doing, and it's hard to argue against him. I mean, there's no blueprint on how to beat him.
But he's undefeated.
Yeah, but I only know so much about boxing, and I'm ready. I want to throw it to our boxing expert. We have Boxing Bill. Are you here with us right now? I believe we have Boxing Bill. There he is. How you doing, Bill?
Hey, what's up, King? What's up, Bree?
How you doing?
Good.
So, Bill, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us, everybody out there, exactly what your history is in boxing?
Of course, everybody know me. Boxing Bill from San Diego. Had a real extensive amateur career. 60 wins, 13 losses. I was rated number 2 in the nation at one time. Rated number 3. Went to the Olympic trials in '95. Had a good run there. And turned pro in '96. Had 2 good fights. I got a new trainer, which was a terrible decision on my behalf, and I ended up losing my last 2 fights. I kind of got tired of boxing. Hung up the gloves and tried to do some new things. But now I see some old heads and some people talking trash, and I'm ready to get back in here, man.
All right, well, moving on real quick. What you've seen the fight? What do you think the type of fighter would have to be to beat Floyd Mayweather? What type of fighter do you have to be?
Well, I think Mayweather he's a rabbit. You just have to learn how to catch the rabbit. And the only way to catch a rabbit in the ring, you have to learn how to cut him off. And you have to pressure that man. You cannot let him breathe at all because he's real comfortable in there. He's a champ. He has 5 belts, so he's no slouch. But he's a rabbit. You have to cut the ring off, and you have to give him no breathing space. And that's what everybody is lacking in the ring with him. And I'm tired of seeing that. I want to see somebody on top of him because you give me 2 years, and I'm ready to go with this man. And I'm just fed up with seeing these lackluster people up in there with this man, not doing anything with him. So, I'm preparing myself.
Good. So exactly what type of style would you need? Do you need to be a southpaw? Do you need to just be a orthodox fighter? What type of style, first, what type of style are you, and what type of style do you have to beat Mayweather?
Well, I'm orthodox, and I particularly don't like southpaws myself. But to beat Mayweather, you have to come straight down the middle. Scientifically, the quickest point to a destination is a straight line. Mayweather is real easy to hit straight down the pipe. It's like hooks and stuff, you can't hit the man like that. I mean, he's been boxing for years, since he was a child, so it's already subconscious. He can see the hooks coming. You have to stay on top of this man, you have to stay square with him, and you have to hit him straight down the pipe. The hooks are not gonna work. Okay.
And what do you think about Floyd Mayweather saying that he has nothing left to prove in the sport of boxing?
That's I really don't like getting into that, but I guess I'm gonna have to get into that with that question.
Just give me a quick answer.
Mayweather, like I said, he came down to San Diego and he weighed in the tournament we had down in Chula Vista. And my coach told me, hey, the only fight he had for me was with Mayweather. And I really didn't care because I was training real hard and I was ready to go. So I told him, let's take the fight. Everybody knows that Floyd Mayweather went to the motherfucking gym, excuse my language, and
it's all right.
He,
YouTube. It's all right.
He got scared and he ran away. So, I mean, as a warrior, if somebody calls you out, you have to take the challenge. And he's a champion right now, and he cannot say that he's the best if you look back then and he bowed down to me. So it's like I'm taking the extra steps. I'm 36 years old, and I'll be 37 in a couple months. And I'm ready to take the step to go up in there and call him out and challenge him again. But this time he has to take the challenge because I'm not just gonna let that ride because he's not the best.
Okay.
You didn't take the fight with me, so you owe me a shot, Floyd.
Right. Okay. Well, we're gonna have another interview with you coming up pretty soon on the King of LA Sports Channel, YouTube.
Right.
We'll be having that interview.
That's the best sports channel, by the way.
Thank you very much, Bill. Truly appreciate it.
Yep.
So, yeah, one more question for you before we get you out of here. I know you're a busy guy. I got to get back to training.
Yeah, I got to get back to shaving.
Get back to shaving, training, same thing.
Yep.
It's all right. Like I said, you're a professional boxer, not a professional model. So it's all right. All right. So, what do you think Floyd's future holds for him? Who is next potential opponents, and who possibly can beat him besides yourself?
Canelo.
Canelo.
Most
okay.
definitely. That man, he comes straight down the pipe. He doesn't fear, and he's going to go after Floyd. If the fight is made. But knowing Floyd, he's going to wait till Canelo have a couple more hard fights. You only get like 3 or 4 hard fights in your career. But I know Floyd. He's gonna wait till the man gets a little bit older before he decides to get in the ring with him, just like he did with Pacquiao.
Yeah, Canelo, he's the real deal. He has 42 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 31 wins by knockout. But the only problem I have with him is he's 22. And hopefully he can wait a couple years before he gets that fight. I just don't think he does too well if he gets thrown in there right away. But with that being said, he still is the best option to beat Mayweather out of the guys out there. Amir Khan, a rematch with Victor Ortiz, I just don't see any of those guys defeating Mayweather.
Those guys, they're no competition for Floyd.
Yeah.
Like I said, you have to find somebody who has fast hands that go straight down the pipe.
Okay.
If you don't go straight down the pipe, if you don't wear Floyd out, if you don't cut the ring off, you're not gonna beat the man because he's very comfortable in there and he has a lot of speed, bro. Period.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Bill, for your time. I appreciate it as always, and can't wait to get back to you when we do that interview. It's coming up.
King.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill.
All right, Bree.
Thank you. Take care. Okay, so sources say Mayweather actually is planning on fighting again in September, and he actually named the 3 contenders that you just named: Amir Khan, Danny Garcia, and a rematch with Victor Ortiz. He said the mega fight with Canelo is an outside possibility, but as Boxing Bill said, he probably put it off until a little bit later. So out of the top 3, Khan, Garcia, Ortiz, who do you think is the better matchup?
Khan, Garcia, or Ortiz? I believe probably Khan, Amir Khan. I just believe his style. He's a pretty good boxer, and he's fought some good guys. And I just think maybe he has a good trainer. He trains with Freddie Roach at the Wild Card Gym in Hollywood. Out of those three guys, I would think Amir Khan, but I really think Mayweather can go through all those guys. I think his biggest problem will be Canelo.
Well, maybe that's why he picked them. He wants some easy fights.
He just signed a new deal with Showtime, and I'm pretty sure he's going to decide exactly who he fights.
Oh, it's all politics.
And
right.
he just to go into the ring, he made $32 million.
I heard.
$32 million
just to walk
into the ring.
Not win, just walk in.
Not to mention the other $30 million he made to win the fight on top of his producing money for the pay-per-view. I mean, smart guy. Smart guy. He's going to retire with a lot of money. Floyd Mayweather.
Okay, well, that's pretty much all we have for boxing today.
Yeah, that's it.
It was great talking with you about boxing, King of LA Sports. I want you to shout out your YouTube pages and things like that for our people.
Well, okay. Well, before we head out, you can find me on Instagram, the King of LA Sports. You can find me on Twitter, Rich Lopez, KOLASE, and you can find me on my YouTube channel, the King of LA Sports.
Okay. And you can catch me on YouTube at Khisha Brij'on. And we thank you very much for joining us here at The Takeover. Until next time, may the sports be with you.